So the idea starts when we decide to make something for Clerkenwell Design Week. And we know that Clerkenwell is a really busy event in London, and we are talking about London, this crazy city. And when we start to reflect about our days, we know that we don't sleep so much, we work really hard, and this was a moment that we could provoke people.
We started thinking about what if there could be urban parlours where people would go and take a nap in the lunch break. And so slowly we started gathering references and thinking about what this possible space could be, what this parlour could be. So we invented the name Sleepery to define this type of possible spaces.
Well, the idea we have to sleep for a solid 7 or 8 hours at night and then stay awake the rest of the day is rather a new convention. Really, it's coming with the industrial age and the electric light. And really the natural situation for us is to have a sleep at night, maybe for 6.5 hours, and have a nap in the afternoon. And this is found throughout the world, particularly in hot climates.
We developed a system of hammocks that are suspended in a wood frame. The timber frames are organized in a sequence because we wanted to softly evoke a sense of dormitories or spaces where people gather for sleeping or resting.
I think the sleepery was really successful because you feel like you're enclosed in fabric up to a scale of 3 meters. So it's quite exciting, it's a little bit different. And I think the designers responded to this sense of drama and openness rather than enclosing you in somewhere where you're completely, almost claustrophobically cut off from things.
Well, lack of sleep, of course, it makes you sleepy. Which doesn't need someone like me to say that. But there are certain types of higher level functioning of your brain called executive function, which starts becoming impaired. And no matter what you do with your coffee, what tends to happen is that if you're bombarded with lots of information coming in from different directions and having to make quick decisions and things changing all the time, you can't cope with that very well. You will latch onto the wrong things, you can't change your mind so easily. So you become less creative, less flexible in your thinking, less innovative, and your language changes.
If our work days are extending, what does that mean? That means that maybe the work environment has to support some downtime during the working day. You might have had a bad day, you might have had a bad meeting, you just need to get away from your colleagues and just reset, change your perspective, take time out, step back. It's interesting from a design viewpoint to try and manipulate people into feeling like their perspective has changed and using the environment to do that.
The reaction of people has been quite surprising. On the first day we had such a positive response and we had about a couple of hundred people booking in for a nap. The idea of withdrawal during the day is actually very desirable. The inefficiency as a form of experience becomes incredibly interesting, and we had the chance to verify that during the 3-4 days of opening.
Clients and organisations are recognising that agile workspaces need a different management philosophy. It's all about creating these really desirable destinations that really make staff feel like at home and they can do really good work. So yeah, we're in an interesting time. I think the workplace of the future in 5 years' time, who knows? We might have a number of, design sleep pods or versions of it, reset pods, things that actually allow that downtime to happen.